Hi guys, welcome back to another video. It's 2010 actually, I think. BMW X5. We have a rear suspension dropping down over a period. Air suspension. What's happening is the left hand side rear is dropping down. Look at codes. I don't think we have any codes because I don't think it's... Oh look, okay. Control time fault lifting, control time fault rear right lifting. Okay, right. Anyway, as I said there, over a period of time of being stopped overnight, the left hand rear is dropping down on the ground, and what we're doing, I'm going to go in. I have pinpointed what it is. I've already a little snippet of a video showing how I pinpointed what the problem is. What I'm going to do right now is I'm going in, have communication, and I'm going to drop the rear suspension or deflate the rear airbags, okay? So that's what I'm going to do here now. I'm giving you the little point through, and I will put in the video. I will put in the video of, I don't know, I'm going to say maybe a special. I'm going to go back out of maybe it's actuator tests. Vent rear right air suspension, vent fill rear right again, vent rear left. Okay, I'm going to leave off. I think I might nearly do both of them. What I'm doing now is basically leaving the air out of the vent, leaving the air out of the rear suspension. You can see in detail it is dropping there. It's going to be hard to see, but for definite I'm looking at the lift and a spot on the lift. It's dropping on the rear left. Okay, continue. Okay, we're going to stop at that point. I'm going to go out and I'll video the changing of the rear airbag. Okay, that's where the problem was, and that's what I have recorded already, showing you how I found the hole in it. This is the rear airbag in the suspension. 2 or 3 holes there. I just sprayed soapy water on it. Okay, it's coming, I think it's coming out there. Yeah, it doesn't focus there very good, but anyway, you can see that very blatantly. That's what's causing it to drop. Okay? Okay guys, these things are quite easy, but I'm just going to give you a tip on what I done. I cracked box on the ground, cracked the yoke out of the box, and I've changed these before, but I wouldn't remember which way they actually turn. So the top basically only goes up and pops into place, comes out of it. But if you can see the way it turns, so it turns anti-clockwise. Open the new one before you take out the old one. This is the old one that's in hand. But basically it turns anti-clockwise and comes down out. But before you do that, we have deflated this thing. But even though we deflated it with the scan tool, what I did find when I brought it back up, hindsight, I probably should have done the other side as well. Both sides vented, both the left and the right. I still had a bit of pressure on it, but where I was leaking down around here, I actually pierced the hole in it with a screwdriver. And then, like a car tube nearly, if you're doing a puncture up here, I squeezed it, which left the air come out the hole that I punctured in it. When I had done that, then I got a pry bar, and pry bars down here. I got a pry bar, and I went in underneath the airbag and popped it up, which is up very easy because on the bottom there's nothing, only just little clip-in legs. Now these things are very flimsy. They're popped in nearly like a mechanical set. So once that popped out, I just put my hand on it and then twisted. And as I said there, anti-clockwise to get it out, clockwise to get it back in. Now, once it's out, what I do is you have new little copper washers and new bolts. Where am I going? That sits in here on the top. But what I do, I don't replace that. Maybe wrong, you know. For me, the easiest way right now is not to. So what I do, get a 10 spanner, put it on that, I crack it, okay? So once I crack that, Using the light. Once I crack that, it turns out normally anti-clockwise as well. What I do then is I hold it with a spanner and I actually twist the airbag off it. This now is kind of nearly impossible for me to do holding the camera, so what I'm doing is explaining it. I twist it off, then I get the new airbag, which is actually sitting in place. I set it up quite simply, twist that 1 or 2 turns, hold the airbag in my hand and spin it around. There's loads of room there. You can spin that around. So that's what I basically do. With the spanner held in place, rather than holding the phone with my right hand, I'm holding the spanner. I just turn it in, tighten it on. To get it into place, I'm going to do that live. Let me see if I can do this as easy. It might be, I don't know if I want to take a look up there. I'm not even going to look up there if I can now. Maybe this is an impossible task, single-handedly and left-handed. Yeah. No, I'm not getting it up. Okay guys, wasn't able to get it up with the one hand. What I done was pop the bag out a little bit, looked up in the hole, see the slots the way they were, and just lined the slots on my airbag up, and then it actually sits in there very loosely. So it comes out wicked easy. There's how it twists out and drop it down, but I'm not going to pop it down purely because I don't want to be trying to get it back in again. But both legs are caught on it there and holding it in place. On the bottom, as I said there, it's that little clip. In order to pull it down, what I've done is I squeeze the airbag from here, which pushes this plastic grommet out of it, which I can pop then into the rear hub, okay? Okay guys, airbag in. I have to say, very easy to change, no big issue at all on them. Just that one pipe and a couple of twistings and poppings in. Mightn't be recorded very well because of the single-handed thing, wasn't able to do it totally, but fill rear left air suspension, air spring. I'm going to press that. Continue. Start. That's the compressor going there now. So the compressor, excuse me, is running. You can hear it probably. It's going to go for 30 seconds there, as you see. Don't know, with it being so flat, maybe there mightn't be enough air flow from the compressor to it in order to fill it under 30 seconds. So maybe we'll go and we actually will. Test has been completed. We're going to do it again. Why am I going to do it again? I'm going to do it again because I just don't think that it would potentially have enough to fill it under one sitting. Well, one attempt, wouldn't say sitting, of 30 seconds. So, but don't be afraid of this, guys. Now the lucky thing is, if you don't have a scan tool, look, I have this, and I believe that maybe if you drop it down on the ground and start and, you know, drive around, it will decide to bring up that suspension from a position sensor. And I'm dropping the window down. We're still half on the lift. So I'm going to press me buttons there. Maybe unlock it like this. Very roomy there doing that, huh? Okay, so my lift is dropped down, and actually just when I've done that, you can hear the compressor is running again. I'm looking over there, trying to see again with my lift, is it actually rising? It actually is, but very, very, very slowly, guys. So what we're basically saying is that this thing will go up of its own accord without scan tool. I'm ignoring the right hand fault codes we had here because I'd be believing that it's the whole back of a car be acting queer when that was getting dropped down. I might think that the right hand side was wrong when it was the left hand side wrong, and other axle. So I'm going to ignore the fault codes on this. His issue was dropping over a overnight period, 10-12 hour period, and that was from the holes in the airbag. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and again, hopefully it'll be easy, but it's not something to be scared of, changing the airbag. Very easy actually. All right guys, thanks, talk soon, see you in the next cartoon.